Hi guys. I wasn't sure if I wanted to do this, but I kind of I don't know, I started doing it, and so I was like, let's go with it. So, when I release this, it's going to be the day of, so December 19th, and it will be 5 years since I lost my mom. And I'm sure it's going to sound like really weird to have all this out there, and honestly, a lot of people in my family don't really talk a lot about our stuff, but I've always kind of been that person that's like really open because I feel like growing up we weren't able to really talk about stuff, and I always thought that was so weird. And I feel like life is too short to like not talk about things. So I don't want anybody to think that this is like a pity party or like, oh my god, I feel so bad for Sean. No, there's a lot of meaning to this, so I'll just jump into it. So this is my mom. I'm gonna have a little, montage afterwards of some pictures and stuff. But I actually don't have a lot of pictures of my mom because my mom wasn't one of those people that really liked to have pictures taken of herself. And there was a lot of reasons that we didn't have a lot of pictures because growing up, my mom was an alcoholic. And I don't quite remember a time that she wasn't. And it's weird because, like, when you grow up in that, like, kind of life, it's like things are just weird, you know? You go through a lot of crap. I could have horror stories, but that's not what we're here for. But at the end of the day, it took away a lot from knowing my mom. And now that it's been like 5 years since she's been gone, it's odd how you can like sit back and think about that kind of stuff. And I don't want to say I'm guilty, but at the same time, I do feel guilty, because the farther away you get from the scenario, the more you can kind of like think about it and try to like put yourself in their shoes, you know? And it kind of sucks because it's like I lost her very randomly. Like, it wasn't like, not some sort of tragic accident or whatever. Completely natural causes, as far as I understood from what they told us. And it actually, surprisingly enough, had nothing to do with her alcoholism. I'm sure it didn't help for the couple packs a day that she smoked, but it actually really had nothing to do with either one. Which, growing up, I used to do guest speakings in high school about living with alcoholics and other things. And I used to be so desensitized to the idea of losing her, at least I thought I was, that I would literally tell these kids, like, the only way I'm going to see her out of this lifestyle is in a body bag. And and that used to like not even phase me. And it's weird to think that the day that it happened, that she was finally like, that it actually happened and she was gone, that it hit so hard, that it was so real. But I think now that I think about it, it's almost like double mourning, like you're not just like grieving for the loss of the person, but I feel like recently I learned that I'm not only grieving the loss of her, but I'm grieving the loss of my chance to have that relationship with her. Because, like, as I've grown apart from the scenario, I'm able to look at it and be like, not angry, like more sad, and that you go through all those stupid what ifs, and everybody tells you never do the what if, don't, there's nothing you can do. And I know I did what I could, at the same time we all kind of did. you can always change a scenario, but it doesn't stop you from thinking about it, right? Like, what if I just stopped and had a conversation? Like, what if I just stopped and asked her, are you okay? Do you want to talk? And I'm sure that she probably wouldn't, because my whole family is full of stubborn douches that don't want to talk about their feelings. And I know it's gross, but like, sometimes you kind of have to. And this coming from the one that doesn't even go to therapy when she totally needs to. But I don't know. I just never understood the point of holding in your feelings, because it hurts more. And I think that part of what my mom's issue was that she probably just had so much that she needed to get out, and she just never did. But I don't know. Anyway, I'm rambling. But so it sucks. And the reason I'm talking about it is because I hope that maybe, you know, somewhere out there, like, even if it's today, if it's, you know, in a year from now, 10 years from now, whatever, this is the internet. Somebody is out there and they're like me, who thinks that there's no end to it, or there's no hope, or there's no support. Nobody else is going through what I went through. I did. I am. You know, you still fight it. And people say, like, you're always an alcoholic. Well, you're always the child of an alcoholic, regardless if they're gone or not. And it affects you for a very long time. So just know that there is hope. There is getting out of it. There is finding your own light. But you also have to think about that person. You know, it's hard to, like, not be angry. And it's hard to not want to push away. And sometimes in the scenario you kind of have to, but the problem might be deeper than you think. It's not just they want to drink because they like alcohol. It's because they're trying to escape from something, and maybe help them confront it. I don't know. But there's so many resources out there that I wish that I was, like, mature enough to have tried. But whatever. Either way, I couldn't have changed it. You know, there's nothing I can do now. But it's just, I don't know. I guess I'm just trying to vent and get it out of my system and hope that somebody out there can relate. And if you can, you can. If you can't, here's you knowing me now. But yeah, so 5 years, man. A lot's happened. And it's still really tough. So on that note, what I was releasing this mostly for was to say that I'm going to be taking most of the rest of the year off. Not that this is a huge channel or anything, but, like, I just literally want to clear my head and hopefully start 2022 fresh, and maybe be able to put a little bit more time and effort into my channel. And, you know, if it gets big, it gets big. If it doesn't, it doesn't. You know, I want to try to not hold myself so harshly. Like, there's so many people out there trying to do this, and so many talented people, and I'm literally just here just trying to be me and have a good time. And honestly, the only thing I ever really wanted out of YouTube was to make friends, and I've made a good couple of them, and I hope to make more. So whether this comes out and you guys feel awkward about it or whatever, don't come to me and apologize, and don't come to me and say, oh my god, I'm sorry. That's not what this is about. This is just me spilling out my feelings and doing what I have to do for my own grieving. And I just want somebody out there to, like, feel this. But anyway, rambling again, because this is what I do. Yeah, YouTube. It's going to be a thing, but it's going to be a fun thing. It's not going to be about me trying to chase some insane dream of getting rich and whatever, because honestly, the YouTube life doesn't seem like that's really the thing. You know, you get paid, but then, oh my god, you don't even sleep. And I really like sleeping. Like, really. Yeah. But I might Twitch a little bit here and there, because then you don't have to look at my face. But that's just for fun. But yeah, so thank you for giving me this space to open up and share my feelings because I felt like I just needed to get it out. And thank you for supporting me, whoever you are, whenever you are. And for all my friends that I've met so far on YouTube, thank you, and I love you. And let's hope for a better year, because 2021 wasn't any better than 2020 as far as anybody else is concerned. And let's go into it a little bit more positive, a little bit more hopeful, and a little bit less stressed. And let's just have a good time. So thank you for giving me this time, and I hope you all have a great holiday and a great new year, and I will see you around. Stay tuned, stay weird, and stay fucking hydrated. Bye!